hit comes in.
Yeah, the hits coming in, and we've seen one thing mainly through a lot of this tournament. I can't recall with Tier 1 CS. They love going for this mid control. We can see that with Rusty going for that double. Good flick from Kiosk. But now they're just going to try to split to that A site, and CTR is able to get the trade onto IM, and they're going to be left in a 3v1.
Okay. I like to see how, because now they're going to have to pour through as if they were T's, taking ramp control, and it is just going to be a massacre on the side of GamerLegion. GODSENT just farming all of those frags, saying, hey, you guys left your spot here. We'll gladly take that. And so, yeah, it's just A-Core left, and they were able to get one frag, but they didn't actually go for the rifle. So, nice clean sweep there. Let's just go for the contact play. That's exactly what they do here. So.
Ooh. That's going to be what you always do, though, A-Core. I suppose,
it's been a storied part of Vertigo's history, competitive Counter-Strike, and Shui, oh, he's just going to get his head taken clean off, so we'll talk about his legacy of competitive
Spam coming out, but this heavy damage, and Plopsky's trying to set up the timing, but he's just so low that he's not able to tank the shots in the direct duel against Kiosk. They're too afraid to plant. Yeah, nice nade. But these smokes are going to be fading, and they have to take the direct duels 3v3. They could have turned this into an after plant. They have to take the fights, which Rusty is getting the success in. So now
he's fun. And it's another fast hit coming out of GODSENT. They're already up a ramp. And look at that. IM's just completely popped off. You know, Plopsky, he's taken his name, and I don't think anybody would have expected it that fast.
Yeah, and he's actually got a bit of a timing now because they're so aggressive. They aren't expecting him to just freely lurk through the smoke.
Oh my
God. He's able to get Kiosk for free. I think he should have heard the scope of A-Core.
This is a bit of a micro adjustment from Shui. If they faced at the same time, I would maybe put a little bit more stock into it. But, you know, at this point, okay, the Molly answer. All right, well, Shui's just going to have to burn down there. And it will be a 1-on-2 attempt now from Plopsky. 1-on-3. Maybe a little bit overly cautious, and he might just run straight into the scope of A-Core, who very easily adjusts back onto him. And now we settle into a more slow round, but A-Core, he's holding the line. He actually was checking for maybe somebody trying to boost up there. I'm not sure what he was looking for there, but he gets completely popped, and now Shui calling the shots here. Is he just toying with him? I think he was waiting for maybe somebody else to scroll up the ramp there, but it wasn't going to happen. He actually doubles up. That is crazy from the in-game leader. Definitely showing them how.
Speaking to A-Core and just overwhelm him with the numbers. He's not able to find the initial shot, but I'm here with the M4, and Isaac should be able to easily follow this up on the B site with just one more left. Though, again, we have Joel heading up for the 1v5, though he runs out of mag. And
now, the one thing that we like about the Scout-Deagle combination here is that when you... Oh, okay, maybe it's not even necessary. Rusty, obviously, able to trade that out, and yeah, the Scout just goes completely down. However, that dropped A1S is able to tag him up, and a Deagle follow up as well. This is actually starting to get super dangerous for GamerLegion. Basically cements it. This retake almost certainly can't happen, but A-Core, okay, he's able to maybe make it a little bit more reasonable. Not Chaos actually getting the frag, but he's going to get sniped out through the smoke. It's Joel in a one-on-one against A-Core, and at this point, he thinks it's going to be the defuse, but no, he runs out of ammo, pulls out the knife. It's not going to be enough. Joel will take it. Maybe GODSENT had an initial signing bonus themselves for this particular lineup, especially with how good they seem to be doing so far. It's going to be a bit of an instant refrag there.
He's not getting hard cleared out. They're staring towards the position. Just relying on the shots, but the timer's just so low. Draken able to read where the sandbag peaks come from, but they're just going for a contact play themselves. Just 6 seconds left. They have to dedicate this plant. They don't have the HEs to initially follow it up, but they'll be able to spray him down with ease. And Draken...
on the bomb. This one is over almost certainly. But he might be able to take more frags. Instead, caught jumping. A-Core getting 2 very high impact
rounds that gotten away with almost, if not entirely, USPs. Still nothing in the Glock department, though, and I don't think that's going to be changing this round. That I can say with confidence, as they fail to find even second to only that big 2020 spike that originally happened just a day or so ago. So what is happening in the now is
falling up like some sort of Swedish Cthulhu, and A-Core is even going to hold down this mid lane. So yeah, it looks pretty solid here for GamerLegion. Plenty of cash, and this should be a fairly by the numbers retake. Look at that Kiosk just spamming through the smoke, and yeah, I mean it's all onto a 40 HP ZTR who is now flashed, pushed into the Molotov. make it even harder on yourself. Maybe IM falls if he's not too careful because he's kind of low, but yeah, he's just going to be swung and the shoulder peek to bait out some shots. That will line, and it's because it's a very different environment. Some people are just LAN players, and unfortunately for GamerLegion, it looks like maybe they're finding that reality very quickly. Is right, all pistols for everybody else, spattering of utility, and look at this, it's just a totally clear B site as they walk up, and Joel even gets a third frag.
Yeah, let's say the T economy overall should be pretty nice. Again, Plopsky able to find that initial opening, so he's trying to find the favor, but instead it's just this 2K towards the ramp time. Yeah, but so is Rusty. I don't think either of them are aware, but he'll end up backing up into Rusty's crosshair. So there we go.
Love that.
That was a bit silly.
Yeah. No, that's the best kind of CS is when you get those highlight plays just because of that. Wide swing as well. Rusty doubling up himself, so it's 2 frags each from 2 players. Can he get out with a save is the question. Still plenty of money for the CT side, so no problem.
Spawn in another life and know what the previous did.
There you go, yeah. Well, I think Isaac is going to want to know what Rusty just did to him because it's a smoke frag. 0 info. Oh, and Acorn gets dropped as well. This is actually not a great start. This is how GODSENT have won all of their rounds, is just 2 openers at the beginning, and we'll call it 3 for good measure. It looks like
able to find that success and trying to find this timing. Able to succeed, but it's going to be costly. 19 HP, I don't think.
All right, so this will be the 9th round, just in a bit of an unorthodox way, and Draken even catches a flank from Kios, so it's all on to IM. 19 HP and a dream. And an A1S. My dream being that it doesn't just get spammed through smokes. But no longer a problem because Rusty is going to their options now. Isaac might offer himself up as tribute. Oh, but it's timing, and 3 members already onto the B site. Plopsky not able to get anything done. The rotations are quick, but I think this is going to be GamerLegion.
There's 2 missed shots. It seems like took a second to register where he's doing. But Joel has something to say with the initial. And even with the tag, that Glock mobility is just so good. He's able to tap and get decent damage in, but that I felt like we saw too much of once the quote-unquote meta and the map design was established. But Draken holding it mid, that's the bomb. So many ways. You can see the entire CT side is just focused on mid, holding down the C4. Draken gets a double. And this isn't...
Obviously got sent up to a very nice advantage. IM might get caught on timing. Draken actually drops him. Not sure if he even saw Plopsky facing from the CT connector there. As Acor and Kios, they're trying, but they will clear him out. Okay. It's on.
Well, it seems like the rest of his teammates are going down, maybe trying to give the space so Draken can go for that ace.
Oh, there we go.
But Plopsky will confirm it for him.
Yeah, when you're trying to be focused. And speaking of focus, look at this setup. There's so many players from both teams here, but Isaac will be the first to drop, and Plopsky, he's just going to double up with a nice little smoke kill wall bang. Oh, man, what a well-executed, premeditated idea to flash in to counter a rush. Perhaps knowing that GamerLegion would get a little bit antsy, and Plopsky even gets a triple. I think
they're purchasing that I sort of agree with is this idea that instead of trying to figure out exactly when you use the A4 or the A1 in most cases, what you do is you just use the AUG as your A4. They actually implemented the fact that you can only choose one of these M4s when they made them clearly different weapons, I think is absolutely insane.
Big time, yeah.
Oh boy, Joel should be able to catch the head of Chaos, but he's faster on that shot somehow.
That's crazy. No shot that he gets anything done. Whole bomb site's blanketed, and yeah, he's gonna get sniped out through the smoke, so... Alright, hey, GamerLegion up to double digits themselves. Would you have expected it?
Rusty's like, I'm down to 6, I'm taking this up, and I'm walking away. Okay.
Oh no, did they get baited back in?
Enough to... Ooh, maybe.
I mean, GODSENT losing 2 players. It's the tale as old as time for this particular matchup. Now, Joel has actually been able to sort of sneak out in this position. Draken should have hit that shot, but he doesn't, and he will be taken down in nades. And I think that's actually the last enough here, and Joel, he's going to have to fall back from his heaven boost. They're trying to get flashed in, but I don't think it's going to work out. No, Kia's able to get some blind frags himself. This is going to be an expensive loss for GODSENT, and you know what? What they lack in utility is some early, damage back and forth, early posturing. Much like that last round, that was a gun round. It's not going to go GODSENT's way. I am somehow swinging, just saying, all right, I know where you are too. He's on
one. Going to take their map away.
It could very well happen here. Plopsky's position getting called out. Spray not good enough. And maybe Draken can get the shot. There you go. Pop saved. But there's no money behind this. This would be IM posturing again. Nate is good towards Draken, but he will be spotted out. They know where the op is now. They know that that's a saved gun, so that was really good.
Strat, they weren't able to execute with the fact that it was towards the B site, where they were trying to... Okay, hold on. They do have a small chance here.
Oh, no.
That AK's finding success on Rusty. Isaac's trying to hop away with the AK all the way down just to get back and get a little bit of space. They still have this AWP on Draken. CTR, though, has a 10-second defuse. They're still not able to take him down on it, and they find the picks. They steal it away. How do you fail?
That's just... That is a rough call for GamerLegion, but you know what? They're going to try to double up on to the B-bomb site. This time Plopsky greets them. It will be 2 frags for him, but he should be traded. He's still not down. Rusty able to mop the floor as well, and now it's just Isaac wondering where did the smoke coming out. Kiosk, does he face this? This could be huge. His audio cue was heard, but it doesn't distract Joel, who is able to find the frag, and now Acor reveals himself to so tight here, but it looks like GamerLegion are good for the refrags. That was super on a knife.
They able to hold it even with the initial success. And Draken, that molly, it's going to give away his position. They know he's here.
No.
They want to isolate him out. He lands the first shot. The flashbang is a perfect reset to force him off the angle to get taken down. But these last 2 players still anchoring. CTR a little bit one and done, which is a bit ballsy considering Plopsky's now left in the 1v2, and that is such a nasty off angle. That cursed long game that I now have the record on.
There you go.
Ooh, good shots. Finally some success on this A ramp. They're able to get a man advantage, having 3 people.
GODSENT at this point, no. Isaac with a fake plant. That's going to draw them forward, and somehow he gets 2 immediate follow-ups. Bit of a collapse here as now Plopsky has to start rotating over for the retake. And he will actually get Kiosk on the back, so it's a 2-on-2.
There we go. I mean, it was worsened by the fact that they lined up. Okay, he has info of the first of Isaac, who's going to try to get that HE to help him confirm the first, able to take him down, and he's just going to smoke and stick this. There's no way for Acor to respond. This is a free defuse. 15th that volley.
Yep, there's plenty of back and forth with the utility battles, but finally we get some frags. It's a bit of a trade, but Kiosk coming up on the upper end there. Draken, he's isolated from the smoke, and Isaac can't find him. He's still maybe good for another frag here. It's real chaotic, and finally he's going to be spammed down by IM. It's a 2-on-3 to decide whether we go OT or GODSENT take it all.
But Plopsky has the flank. He should have been able to get the first, but he misses the spray. Up to Rusty, only able to find the one. Acor immediately with the trade. And
AWP. Mid on the side of GamerLegion. Oh man, IM just getting caught up by Joel. All the utility giving GODSENT right back into a position to, well, for one, accept the nade and accept the AWP wallbang. Called out. 4-on-4 now in favor of GamerLegion, just based on the fact that GODSENT can't be everywhere at once. They've only got 2 people here. Draken able to equalize a little bit here. All right. Not too bad, and he holds a deep line as well.
As obvious as it probably is. It's good to still have that information. There's definitely players here. Draken able to separate those duels, so he only has to work. Despite the fact that Joel has still been struggling with the position. A bit of revenge that way. Isaac dropping the full mag just in case there's anyone prepared to trade from a possible angle. But instead, it'll be Rusty from behind, brought down to 1. And have to try to go back to that bomb.
Oh no! Apparently 1 is all you need. Getting himself smoked off, but the T-sides hasn't crossed that Rubicon just yet. Instead, they'll just chuck nades and let the utility do the talking for him.
Force Plopsky to get taken down. But they only have 1 smoke left. They have no flashbangs. That was the last one used. And they just have to walk into this. They have to take the fight to find success. Almost a team kill going in, or at least so I thought, but it's actually just the mid flank from IM.
At this point, I pretty much can guarantee you it's not going to be coming from the B stairs. And there you go, ZTR. He was looking for another cheeky brain IGL like Shuey. And so... that point, oh no, the opener's not going their way. This could be 17-16 in favor of GamerLegion. I think he thinks so.
That's the issue. Yeah, I think Joel's going to be hard cleared out by Acor. Like, Joel is normally such a good player, but the fact that he's
lobbing those grenades over, yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be watching him. And there you go, he should be good for 2 on the spray down. Instantly equalizes, 3-on-3.
They're locked in this A site. They now have to go for the engagement, and there's still enough utility on this CT side to just help harass though. Isaac getting that shot through the smoke, that's going to be a bit of an issue. Because CTR is left alone, low HP, peeking through. Sui's going to be able to spam him down, even if he didn't see the shoulder. And Isaac even finds a bit of reliable getting these doubles on ramp. Be able to take down. You can see all its utility. Is going to get the kill here. And that's going to be a huge counter.
Because GODSENT somehow find themselves on top of the bomb site. It could change, and Draken actually gets an opening kill. I am getting traded out. Okay, Isaac, you're on, buddy. Head on over to that A bomb site, because it's a 2-on-3 setup.
GODSENT off guard. So that won't stop Kios from trying to go for the boost. A good nade from Isaac to keep things competitive, because there's only 6 seconds left. He has to stick this, and Isaac, he just sees that back of the bag, but he's unable to find the pick. But Draken missed the initial shot. Has to go for the running gun with the Tech 9, and he chokes it. That's GamerLegion with 18. You're just like, well, I'm screwed.
Yeah, too many targets, not enough opportunities anywhere else. And, you know, speaking of opportunities, we do have opening frags going successes on the T side and go for some, you know, Plopsky takes, but he's been well countered at this point. It's a 3-on-3. Rusty answering back, and oh, look at this.
Bold as I'm throwing bullets. Rusty's dead.
10 seconds left on the
no,
clock.
the op shot too. Yeah, 10 seconds. They can just punish him as he goes for this bomb plant. There's no way for him to win this. Even if he finds the first, the flick on the second would be a miracle. But Isaac just runs away. 19-16, GamerLegion take it.
And
also on top of it, because they've played so passive, there's these few opportunities for the CT side to find success. Especially in this early moment, not a single frag going in the way of GODSENT until I say such a thing. Of course, that's when Plopsky has to make sure.
So, as the odds continue to bear out, we will probably end up seeing GamerLegion take this round as well. A little bit of a tag onto Shui, so Joel should be able to answer back very easily and Scarper off with an AK-47, but he has to have huge impact here, and so far doing all right. This is the start we need from him. Can he get any more? It just won, and Acor will trade him out. So now it's all into Rusty, who somehow has turned this into a one-on-one with no bomb plant.
The utility harass. Rusty doesn't have the defuse kit, so he has to go for this engagement. And it should have been a situation for Kios to win it, but he fails to flick onto the head.
Especially when you have a scout, right? Like, you can sort of tag him up. They are on the same bomb site. Draken will get the frag, but it's a very fast double deagle entry onto the want to throw away all these guns if you're GODSENT. They are in a position where they still technically have the weapon advantage, and the deagles are still singing at this point.
How long are we going to keep this going? It's good to keep competitive rounds early, the best you can trade, because it means that you'll be able to...
The Force by Wars continuing into the 4th round of our second map, first half. There you go. Okay, they're finding success. Trevor, throw out all the rules because it's 3 frags to the 1 of GamerLegion, and I think maybe Kios might be done for as well. He does get the opening frag, but he's 1 deagle shot in pretty much anywhere on his person before it too is dropped. Oh my god. Yep. All right. Call it here.
Yeah. We're just taking this pug style true FPL mode.
And the utility up towards mid, I mean, this is what actually is usually punishing the T-side aggression. And maybe GamerLegion weren't expecting that. You talked about the meta of this tournament so far. 3 frags, different members here. As Rusty's brought down very low. He's chucking a nade up there. Kios is super low himself. Well, there you go. The antics get even funnier here. But we've been surprised before.
That AK or something has to have stuck out at this point because Chaos is just staring towards that position. It's not going to matter because GODSENT have been keeping up with the aggression. They're able to find these picks. And it's not that GamerLegion are...
Pick this off. Got everybody off on the wrong foot, although maybe it's the right one if you're GODSENT. We talked about that T-side aggression meeting CT-side passivity, but it's not going to happen here. Kios doubling up. And round dub, if they end up losing the next one, they'll have 1 bye, and that's pretty much it. Underdark position here. He's hearing the footsteps, and actually Joel's able to get a frag initially from this ticket position, so he might be all right here. Plopsky can continue to be a thorn in the side of this GamerLegion A-take.
And they don't have the space or the utility to get onto this site down, just hoping Plopsky overswings, but you can see he's holding his deep towards that angle, not swinging into the off of Acor, just using it to grab the AK so he can spray more. Acor having to go for the blind wall bangs just to find
the CT side of Vertigo. And even then, he cooled off a little bit halfway through. Joel with the secondary op duties, however, is proving to be maybe...
Oh, I don't remember where it originally came from, but it's just glorious. And Sui with the molly, able to catch out Joel. That's going to be a nice early advantage. Though ZTR with that follow-up means now it's time for Rusty and Draken to be tested. It's a perfect follow-up. No one clearing that bench. And Kiaz is left alone to eat an HE. And Rusty going to peek him, bathing in the flames. Not able to find that success. I'm sure GODSENT aren't too worried about that.
Uh-oh.
Oh! Okay.
I might be a little bit worried about Kiaz seal the deal there, but please do not die, ZTR. Not like this. There you go. It's early into the half.
Yeah, able to have a good job with that. And on the rifle, I don't know where the idea of handing him this AWPs come from, but when he's such a deadly fragger, you might as well. And you have Draken even to support. Just everyone's running around with these AWPs. This is madness.
It's total madness at this point. It's peak Mirage gameplay, peak timing as well. Shui somehow coming up on top of that particular frag, and Kiaz seeing what he can do as he's going for the ROPS silent drop. But little does he know there are people watching for it. Plopsky just domes him. Done with that silliness, and yeah.
Back off of this angle, because Joel will be able to land that flick beautifully, and that nade will finish him off. GamerLegion out of the server.
It's a big fight towards Apps, and Plopsky's just going to execute Shui in the back of the head. Rusty might get the same treatment, indeed he will, so Isaac trading him out in a similar fashion, but that's a lot of information anyway on the side of the CTs. They can plan around that. Although I guess they don't know exactly how many members of the T side were in the Apps. But clearing out the ladder room presence kind of makes you feel like there's definitely a B-site take happening here, and Plopsky will double up, but only to get caught by Acor in middle. It's a chaotic round. Would you have it any other way here? It still looks pretty good for GODSENT. 3-on-2, limited utility on both sides. The T's are the ones who need it, and now Zeter has got the bomb. Acor, what do you got for us, buddy? You need to go up against Draken's AWP, which you do. And then Joel's as well, assuming you even get past ZTR on Tetris. He's not got enough bullets, bro. You should know how to reload a gun, considering the AWP is your weapon of choice. But although we don't see a run boost Zeus attempt, that was relegated only to Vertigo so far, so maybe that'll come out. But ZTR able to catch IM, looking very deep down to the B apps as well as Joel. And considering all of the players going the way, all these fights going the way of GODSENT here, that even a flick onto Acor at that.
Oh, you even get the perfect headshot, but it doesn't matter. Joel,
you have the pistol going in. GODSENT, they're already onto the A-bomb site. Pretty spooky territory if you're in GamerLegion's shoes. They are trying to play a little bit towards retake, but they don't have any utility left. This is just shots after shots, and that will be a very quick farming round there or something.
I think if you'd want the louder sound, they'd switch to the P2K, but I guess not.
No. It's not about the volume, it's just about win percent accuracy, anything at all. Now ZTR, on the other hand, is not going to let them go quietly into the night at this point. And it will just be, I think, a mop-up here. They have to play for retake, and it is a 3-on-4. Okay, make that a 2-on-4 because smoke kills are happening. Does he even see him? I don't think he saw Shui, but, well, he will now. That will be the execution that they needed. Isaac getting two frags back. Maybe he can do something. But he can only die.
There's just nothing to say. I'm just amazed at just how disgusting this is. Oh wow. My god, Rusty.
Well, keep it coming. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that we like to see here. If it's going to be domination, make it one way. And, you know, it's just Acor with a FAMAS, Isaac with an A1S. He's now the last man standing between GODSENT and a 16. It feels like we just barely sat down to cast this game, and it's already over. 16-3. GODSENT taking the dub. We will be, yeah, but as soon as they turn the corner, they're going to find Draken and Joel. Isaac is able to get the first frag, but it is traded back, and now an advantage towards this T side. Quickly flanked by Plopsky. Maybe a little bit desynced from Rusty there. That's a bit awkward, but this problem. They've got quite the advantage.
Yeah, and CTR even getting flanked while he just has that 3 HP left. And this is one of those difficult issues. You can go for this long-range duel to try to help you out. And eventually the headshot should come in, though not from who I was expecting to land it.
Rusty they're charging all the way forward with so many members here. and they'll even take down the players splitting onto the B bomb site. I am trying to abuse that gap. He finds one player, but he dodges away and is not going to be successful in retreating. Rusty will take him down, and we're on. Force buys once again. AK-47.
We have the support. Kios has info of Rusty's position. How do you clear out this cave position? The position you want to rely on the CT side. Able to body mostly down, but the Galil from A-Core is going to... You're going to have the CTs unable to hold any position.
Some good flashbangs there to catch out Joel, but ZTR doubles up as a result. Confirms the presence of at least one more. This is an A take, make no bones about it. Draken is trying to establish presence from the temple, but it's not going to happen. Actually, he falls back, and Chewy, he'll go a little bit deeper into the bomb site and confirm the plant. We are in a 3-on-3 retake, ladies and gentlemen.
Rewarded for the patience, Rusty able to find the first, and ZTR even winning the direct engagement. Draken's going for the wide swing, and it's the flank of the flank. Sui trying to get the CT round situations where the T's are going to be able to get a bomb plant tucked on in. Ooh, that's a massive opening.
I think that's the second time we've seen that smoke getting leaving a little bit of a gap for IM to play with, and Chewy's trying to punish them on it. Will he be successful? I think he's actually going to get caught, but it's not true. Popsky instead will be the one who won't reveal his position in cave either. So at this point, he's tucked into a corner, but Chewy is allowed to make a peek on the middle. And you see, without the two-piece, without slowing down the mid push and also slowing down that B side flank, you're really
side. That's the main thing you have to do to be able to find success on the side of GamerLegion.
But as you mentioned, Draken does have the AWP out. He was unsuccessful in the last round. Wants to find a little bit more power this time around. And Joel is actually going to re-peek on top of IM, who did frag out onto ZDR. At this point, it looked pretty good for GODSENT, but they ended up getting traded back. Still and coordinated as they reclaimed the bomb. Are they going to expect Joel's position? Apparently, yes. It gets called out. A wallbang headshot out of Isaac. And
exploit. But there's no AKs on these T defenders. It's going to be the fully automatic AKs. So they should be able to catch out the remaining forces. And you can see Kia is just running across, trying to chase him down with a molly in his hands, just in case he was trying to cross into that bomb.
Yeah, under two people towards the back of B. Okay, he's actually able to find a frag with it, so it ends up being successful. I'm not sure if IM will know.
You can see he's just somehow consistently dodged, and that means this op from Draken has gone amazing 180 from ZTR. And now they have a few stolen rifles for this retake. Hold on a second. Things start getting awkward. They have the smoke to lurk around, trying to push through. ZTR's caught out early, but not before Joel finds a follow-up with this 5-7. Rooting his way back into the server, finding that connection, and with more than just some packets. Now Kia is left in a timing game. His position's known, and that means Plopsky can flank from the side. And it's just relying on Donut trying to get this spray, but it's A-Core with an AWP. He has to land this first shot, or it's going to be Dunzo.
A little bit more heavily now. They need to really take the wind out of GODSENT sails, which is exactly what's going to happen at the start of that round.
Yeah, now it seems like...
Incendiary thrown from behind the smoke. But look at the flank from Isaac. He might be down to 46, but he's able to take Draken with him. Not before all the other frags get cleaned up, though. So
But now they're interested in B, and you need to be careful. There's no cover directly on that site for you guys, so you need to find the right timing. Rusty's surprisingly unprepared because they have no one towards that K position staring through. That means Sui has found a double opening, looking for the third, denied by ZTR, to even it out to a 3-on for Acre to find at least one.
Oh, and not only that, but oh wow, ZTR actually takes that kill. I was gonna say, you know, Joel walking away and not doubling up meant that kill probably wasn't gonna be tradable. The bomb still hasn't gone down, remember. Drake is now holding for any sort of mid push, and I don't know if he heard him. No, he's actually not going to hit the shot. That's critical. So now we're back on a 2-on-2 with a flank, and Joel's responsibility is to clear this room out. See if he can do it in a timely manner. It looks like it's just going to be a quick molly into a smoke. IM knew something was up there, and he does end up getting dinked, but it's not enough to bring him down, and ZTR has to think about...
Oh, and you know that first player has been directly headshot. The fact he just sticks directly on the bomb, just mid to get that retake going, I think it's a little bit too inconvenient, too dangerous. You know, the good old box hop. And you can just trade 1-and-1 each. That's going to be good enough. Having to try to throw that smoke despite being left alone, means
Out, and they are correct in there. Draken's not here. Nicely timed incendiary, but it just gets walked right through. No respect shown by Isaac, who closes out ZTR entirely. He has to face against Draken, who is going to take him down. And at this point, the bomb sort of bunny hopping through the whole bomb site at this point, and Shui is able to get that planted. It's Joel in a 1-on-2. The kind of big plays that we need from him, but it's not going to be enough because Acorn guesses. Shui burning down quite a bit, though. That's a little bit of a bad omen initially. Aya makes up for it, though.
Yeah, it gives away a decent sound cue. Plopsky should be able to call that information, give away that one push through the molly. But again, that means map control gain. Rusty able to save his life for now, taking down Kiosk. Just towards this cave angle. Acorn has a bit of the info. He hears the tag, so he goes for the peek, but scoped in with that AWP means that he's a little bit too slow on it. And he's trying to stay in this position so he doesn't get spammed down. GamerLegion doing a good job keeping this round competitive.
It's just a soft gust of wind away from falling down, and he will indeed. Headshot of Plopsky, another low HP player himself. 3-on-1 retake at this point. You need to go big if you want to get double digits this early. It's probably not going to happen, but he catches the jumping Rusty. They might line up for him here, and actually Plopsky's the first one to face despite having low HP. Draken will walk right into his bullets at the end, and that will be 10 for GamerLegion.
I feel like it ends up being bait, and they just end up losing it. We'll have to see if they have better success this time, but it seems like the same story's being followed. Draken and Rusty able to find one each, but the Dooley's able to rush in, and it gives just enough space. But it would look like he gets
responsibly, and GODSENT have not been responsible so far. We'll have to see what they can do. Draken actually doing a very wide swing very early on. Kiosk and Shui apparently getting caught off guard by that timing, and now, okay, we've got an answer back. This could be the start of a GODSENT comeback. I mean, that's the way they cast a curse. You start to write off the game, and then
it's a strategy to go for, and that's exactly why the double MP9 comes in. I essentially called it. Just like, well, this is exactly what happens, and you have Isaac follows up, find one. Now you have no GODSENT should have info of this position, but it would sting so hard to get dinked just like that, to be brought down to 13 HP with weapons stolen. You have no way to adjust.
Somehow Rusty gets away without dying, but he's only got 3 points of health. Just finish them both off. But Shui's got the discipline. He's able to get one, and then shotguns up for the rest. Well, is it any surprise we end up
fighting back, doing what you can? You're already set behind on this T side, and then you get 4 spot losing just like that.
Favorite those can be. And actually, it's a contact play from Kiosk. He does get tagged up a little bit, but does well to fire back. Fall back, in fact, and Shui is just going to get traded out. So now a 2-on-3, very limited utility, and the B site is otherwise. I'm not sure that they'll even go for it.
I like the change-up because of all the HP damage that was done. Just having this very open bomb plant on the B site to help allow them have this space. Oh, this 1v1 comes so close. Because if it was in the default, you'd have Plopsky pressure to go a lot further. I mean, he'll just swing out anyways.
Of course.
You weren't able to gain any map control, and you've been just tagged down. Your mid-rush to try to catch a player in rotation for that early contact goes empty, and Sui going almost for a full triple, and you have Kiosk just staring down, waiting for this contact. Sure, throwing down the smoke and the flashbang's cute, and it'll be enough to make him back up. But that molly actually lands. I thought it was gonna just explode in the air just to make things even more insulting. But it's a wall bang from Acorn instead. There's no time left to plant this bomb. Round's done. These two players need to run away. They have
when he was on the CT side, but that was pretty much the only thing you could write home about. This time Shui will sound off first. Rusty going down is unfortunate for GODSENT. Of death, that is Joel. He's actually running very far forward here, and Shui will go down, so good trade back eventually. Now there's lots of map control.
Find that response. Acorn knows they need to find something to get out of this hell. Trying to find a shot, pushing aggressively. Keo is only able to find one. It's good damage onto Plopsky, and I'm actually pushed through the smoke. It just takes him down.
Seems to have favored him, unless he walks through again. I think the scope showed, actually, and Isaac has his number. Now it's a 1-on-2, and ZTR doesn't have what it takes. It will be a defuse, and GamerLegion will get a 14.
Question, perhaps. A little jumping on back through, able to get away, and that's Plopsky.
Okay.
He's been tagged down so heavily and just barely survives with 1 HP after all the spam. And oh my god, Sui, that was the play, that was the opportunity, but perhaps the silenced M4-6 through a little bit too much, so even though he finds the response, and 2 to
Wow.
follow up, CTR able to recover it as
They know where they are. I don't know if GamerLegion can really do anything about it. They kind of have to get a lucky spray. And that's exactly what ZTR is trying for here. It's going to be Draken instead to get this magic this one out than we suspected, especially when GODSENT ended up losing in such heartbreaking fashion a few times through. We'll talk about heartbreaking. How about head breaking? Because Plopsky is just domed Isaac now for a bit of a change of pace. This could be a very easy 13. Acor is able to refrag with the AWP, but it's not going to be very much. IM needs to multi-frag here, and he's done a very good job to do so. We're on to a 2-on-2 quicker than you can blink.
Yeah, you blink and you missed it, and hopefully you didn't.
You should catch Rusty completely out in the open here. He does have the trigger discipline. He will actually get the frag, but not before he takes a little bit of damage. Draken needs to pull out the sidearm to finish the job.
Yeah, that time's running low. Only a few seconds left, and it's such a fragile shot. He's able to land it. I don't know if he's able to get in that bomb just in time. And we have the boost. He's looking around. He looked behind for the flashbang, but he still gets away with it. Speaking of which, I'm able to catch Joel on that lurk punish. And now they're going to give Sui some help with all that presence they've shown and him finding a frag. 3 players left for GODSENT's hopes and prayers to be kept going, and it's chipped down to 2. This might be done.
I think it is, Trevor. It's going to be GamerLegion taking 16. They're in a 5-on-2. ZTR has it all to do, and he's just going to get slowly edged out of the round. It's going to be Plopsky up next. What can you do, buddy? You got the bomb. You got a little bit of utility. Does have a couple of frags, okay, opening up onto the bomb site. Not necessarily over yet, and you don't want to get overconfident. These GamerLegion are now rotating everybody over, and I think we all know what he wants to do, is push through that smoke, defuse the bomb, and let the rest of his team do some celebrating through the wall.